So we're just heading towards the Coochin Creek Rapid Chargers. However, if you are navigating on a Tesla, just make sure you put in the actual address, which is 4288 Bruce Highway in Coochin Creek. Postcode is 4519, because we just asked for the name that shows up in Plugshare, and it took us to a destination that was about 15 minutes away, around about 20 k's away in Coochin Creek. So we went to the wrong place by asking the Tesla for the wrong destination. So just make sure you actually use the actual street address. We turned up at our original place that we thought it was, and obviously all we found there is a Shell service station, and that is no good for EV charging. So hopefully we'll get to the rapid chargers in a few minutes, and we'll check out the speed that we get from each of the stations. Just activated this charging session with the app. It's not the world's best app, but it is certainly functional for us so far today. And it's still blue up here. Sorry, it's turned blue up here, I should say, instead of green, which means that it is now delivering power, as you can see there. The Tesla is showing green, so it's getting power, and the other station is showing green, which means it's ready to use. So don't be confused by the fact that green on the charging station means ready to deliver power. Green on the Tesla means it's actually accepting power, and blue on the charging station means it's currently in use. So that's an explanation of how the colours seem to work for some reason. We've got here 100 kilowatt power delivery according to the charge station, and we've got 30% left in the car, and we'll check what the car's actually showing. So as you can see, 32% on this car is 118 kilometres of range, and we're currently getting a 100 kilowatt power delivery to this car, which translates to about 700 kilometres an hour of charge. So we'll leave this on charge maybe until 6 PM, so that'll be about 12 minutes of charging, and we'll see how many kilometres we pick up. Currently we've picked up 18 kilometres, and that's after about 2 minutes, so we'll see what we get after about 12 minutes in total. I'll see if we can get this charging station to also initiate under the same app. See if we can actually get both cars charging at once. Alright, so we'll just try taking this out here, putting our barrel on. And then so blue there on the car says that it's ready to initiate. Green here says that it's ready to deliver power, and then we'll jump into the app and see if we can get the two to talk to each other. And we'll hit begin charge, and we'll select for number 4 and see if this one starts up. The screen's now displaying power delivery. Currently got 51% in this car, and we're getting 24 kilowatts, but that's ramping up quickly. You can see the total kilowatt hours delivered in this session. This is how long we've been charging. These are obviously volts and amps, but that's fairly irrelevant. The main two things you want to pay attention to is how long you've been charging and how much it's going to cost you. I assume when these stations start billing, they're currently free, but when they start billing, I assume they're going to be around about 40 cents per kilowatt hour, because that's the going rate but for most high-speed chargers. As you can see, we're currently up to 100 kilowatt delivery, which means that if we stayed on this charger at that rate for an hour, we would get 100 kilowatt hours into the tank, or the battery pack obviously. So it's just ticked over to 2 kilowatt hours of power delivery, and that was at about 1 minute and 45 seconds. So we'll see how many seconds it takes to get up to 3 kilowatt hours, so how many seconds 1 kilowatt hour of power delivery takes. Just about to get to 3 kilowatt hours of power delivery, and that looks like it took roughly a minute. So we'll play back this video and check the exact number of seconds, and as you can see, the power delivery is currently going down because we are over 50%, so this will continue to go down as this goes up. Anything above 50% will be lower than the maximum of 100 to 120 kilowatt power delivery that the car is capable of. So this will continue to go down the speed, which means this will be lower relative to this. With our white standard range Model 3, now that it's over 50% charged, it's also dropped below 100 kilowatt power delivery rate. We've currently received 14 kilowatt hours of power in 8 minutes, which would translate to quite a decent range in the car. We'll have a look at exactly how much that is. 100 kilometres exactly, as it turns out. So 100 kilometres of range was delivered in 8 minutes, which was just under 15 kilowatt hours of power. At around 50 cents a kilowatt hour, you'd be talking around $7 for 100 kilometres, except at the moment these stations are free. So obviously, well, you can get in and get some free range at this particular charging station north of Brisbane.